Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Great. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. Hey there, Nougat. I'm glad you could show up. Just so you know, could you stay out of the stream until your match? I mean, your match is, I think, the first one, so it doesn't actually matter. I guess you can sit in here. Yeah. Good to see you. Hey there, Clawmaster. Hey there, Yo-Yo. Our boy Meat showing up. Kelly Vader themselves. Hello, Soup. Alright, I have to take care of a few logistics. If anyone doesn't mind, could you please hop into this lobby and just fight, just so people can do an audio test. I want to make sure that the game isn't too quiet or too loud. Mostly too loud. Yeah, everything else is good. Hold up. I'm definitely way too quiet. I'm not sure why. Audio test. It's too loud. Audio test? It's a little better. Yeah, okay. Maybe? I don't know. I'll turn it down a notch. That's probably fine. Right? Yeah, probably. Okay. Then game audio can go up a little bit. Just a little bit. Not by much. Someone hop in and fight Nougat, I guess. Just for the audio test real quick. Meanwhile, I'm going to be posting a few things, so sit tight. I will be right back. Alright, I think we're good to go, so we'll go ahead and let this matchup finish, and then we should be fine. Hey, so, any comments on the audio? Let's see. Warrior Gaming, Skullgirls, wanna play with you, blah, blah, blah. Can't have a meme slideshow. Could have reflected that. No one seems to be commenting on the audio, so the audio seems to be fine, I guess. Elevator. Yeah, I was excited for Skullgirls on Switch too, but people were telling me that the port was not the best. There was apparently a little bit of extra input delay, and a lot of people were worried about that. They might be working on fixing that, though, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll see. I'd say turn up the game audio slightly, but that's about it. Okay. I'm kind of hesitant to turn up the game audio because the hit sound effects are pretty loud compared to the rest of the actual sounds and dialogue. It's kind of unfortunate. Too bad you can't go to Common Breaker to play. Yeah, I wish you could have made it. That would have been fun. Common Breaker is the tournament of the year. Like, everyone's got to go. It's so fun. I'll make a couple more things. Alright, that should be it. So, Robot, if you could lead the lobby, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. What we do here... Hold on, let me turn myself down a little bit before I cut myself off. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. What we do here is we try to match you up against an even opponent, and then we try to give you constructive criticism on your play. We won't tell you everything that's wrong with your play. We'll tell you what you need to focus on most to hit that next level, because learning happens in steps. Now, the first right step is attending here, because make sure you get in your weekly, if not daily, practice. Daily practice is obviously preferable. Weekly practice is acceptable. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So Nougat can join, and their first opponent is, of course, Ponzer. Is Ponzer here? Or actually, what's their Twitch name? Let me double check. Roton31. I don't know why you're thanking me already, Nougat, because your matchup is going to be now. Reminder, if you are participating today, please join our Steam group chat. The Skullgirls Get Gr8 Steam group chat is what we're going to be using to try and invite you and coordinate the matchups as much as possible. So if you are participating today, please stay in there until you are done with your set. Hey there, Sam. How's it going? Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Hey there, Kretra? I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, Nougat, that wasn't your matchup. Your matchup is against Ponzer. I was just doing an audio test. Go ahead and hop in. Let's see. Let's see if I can get in touch with Ponzer. No. What else did they go by? Raton? They're not in the Discord. I don't see them in the group chat. Oh wait, they are in the group chat. I'll go ahead and invite them. Alright, Pons is here. Good to go. Awesome. Alright, Nugget, go ahead and ready up. We should be good to go. So while our opponents are readying up and taking a deep breath as they need to do, how is everyone doing today? How is chat feeling? So it turns out Nougat's been registering for this event for like a couple of weeks now, and their sign-up was just not showing up on the forum. I don't know what they changed, but they were able to successfully sign up this week. That's cool. You're itching to play Crank and Pools. Well, I'd be really sad. I'd just start shouting. I'd be like, what? How are they going to make us do a team kill this early on? How are they going to slaughter GG8 like that? Just trying to purge us out of the system. I just gotta have set play ready before that happens, I guess. Okay, so right away, interesting start from Nougat. Backed off, tried to build some space. I respect that. Bonzer, you don't actually have to respect that as much because you have a chair. You can throw that chair. You have a lot of space control. You were trying to be aggressive. The only reason I say this is because you were trying to be aggressive. Like, you were trying to be aggressive, but you were just trying to, like, move forward and, like, go towards your opponent. But you have a lot of tools that you can punish your opponent from, like, trying to get away from you. Solid DHC. Alright. So Nougat, you seem to be pretty familiar with this game. You reported like you only played like 2 hours online. I don't know why you said that, but that's alright. Definitely looks like more than like an hour or two of play. Alright, so you ended a block string on a heavy there. So generally there are two things you want to do. Never want to end on a heavy. You either want to stop at a medium because it's safe, or you want to go all the way into the special. Your special would be H Danger, which is the quarter circle forward heavy kick, I think. When you do that, it ends up like it's basically stagger pressure, which is what happens. So your opponent recovers from block stun and then might press a button, and they'll get punished by the H Danger, then convert into a full combo. The reason you don't want to end on a heavy, unless you're trying to trick your opponent, is because heavy attacks are super, super slow in terms of recovery. After you press the button, they can't do anything. Again, you did heavy kick there. So after Big Man blocked that, they could have done a world of hurt on you. Because delay cancels are a thing in this game, you can go as far as specials, but in general, you really should be going past mediums. At the highest level play, you don't ever have to go past a double hitting play. Definitely don't end on H-Dane. Oh, my bad. Well, if they don't have a mine, then what should they be ending on? If they press the heavy already, they gotta cancel into something. L-Beam? Is L-Beam safe? Is it like -2 or something? And you can't get a full combo off of L-Beam, right? If you're gonna go as far as a special, then why wouldn't you want to go into something that's actually going to give you a combo. Nothing is safe without heads. Okay, so L-Beam is still punishable, and H-Danger will lead to a full combo. In that case, what's the point? Why would you not go for H-Danger? You can frame trap with either L-Beam or nothing. Well, I mean... I'm trying to understand the purpose of it, though. If they press a button and you do L-Beam, you hit them, but you don't get a full combo. If they press a button and you do H-Danger, you get a full combo. I mean, you guys are the robo players. Like, I want to know. Like, please teach me. I'm not actually quite sure how that works. Also, Nougat, feel free to ready up for your second match. You guys are going to be playing 3 matches straight. If they don't press a button and you don't L-Beam, you're safe in that you condition them not to press a button. Yeah, well, of course, right? That's catching them looking. In terms of, like, you can always end in a heavy and then scare them into thinking that you're going to press a special button, and then they're not going to get hurt, right? That obviously applies to every character. What I mean is for Robos specifically. If she cancels an L-Beam and H-Danger are not safe, and L-Beam doesn't give you a full combo, why wouldn't you go into H-Danger instead? H-Danger is minus 18. Oh, so it's heavy counter punishable. Okay, so L-Beam is light counter hit punishable on 4 frames, and it requires a little bit of spacing, or a little bit of better spacing because light beam pushes away. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So never mind, Nougat. If you press a heavy button, always end in L-Beam, unless you've conditioned them. And that's more of an intermediate tactic. Don't worry about that too much right now. At an intermediate level, you can worry about conditioning to not actually need to cancel an L-Beam. Nougat, I don't know why you're not readying up. Just ready up. Any second now. Alternate answer call says, that's a scary advice. Yeah, and then get birthday. There you go. So as per our normal rules, please pause the stream while you were playing. Please play on Ethernet, obviously, as a respect to your opponent. In all fighting games, always play on Ethernet. You can. Etc., etc. Make sure you're setting your proper GGPO settings, etc. In case there's any lag. But the more important thing I want to address here is that you're supposed to play 3 straight games and look at the VODs afterwards. So make sure you play your 3 games without delay, and then go into the Twitch VODs or watch the YouTube VODs after the stream to hear about the advice that you got. Okay. Interesting, silly slide at neutral. Not sure what you meant to do there. I think you misspaced that by a lot. Good blocks, good PBGC. Is that what I would say, but no attack came out. Got a counter hit. Okay, didn't believe in the hit confirm. So for double, H Luger is 0. So basically, anytime you go into a heavy button, just press H Luger. It's safer, and you'll often get someone counter hit because it knocks people into a knockdown state. So you get a better combo off of that. Okay, so I'm not sure what you were trying to do with the standing hard punches there. I think you were trying to time an incoming, but you weren't even close to the incoming spot, so I don't know if you've really gotten out of that. Maybe you're trying to build a taunt? That's gonna be my guess. Okay. So all launches in this game are launch cancelable, or jump cancelable. Launch cancelable. So what you can do is after you hit someone with standing hard punch, just hold up forward. You'll jump after them, and you'll be able to continue your combo. That's like a very fundamental link that applies to all characters. So Ponzer, if you're not comfortable with that, I highly recommend playing the tutorial. The tutorial covers all of that. Launch cancelable launcher. I mean, I guess it's not unreasonable. Squiggly has standing medium kick into heavy kick, which is technically you canceled your launcher into another launcher. but it is not what I was referring to. Alright, game number 3. Let's go. I got in with the overhead. There we go. That one was close enough, so you're able to purple light. Ooh, we got a few strings. Let's go. And on a teacup. Hit Beowulf overhead. Alright. There we go. Got a couple of strings. So after that hard, the standing hard there, you were able to toss your chair, I think. That's how you continue that combo, like the L toss, like sends them back towards you, I think. I'm not sure how that works. Hey there, Quickly. I don't know if you saw my message in Discord, but I can't play this week, just letting you know because it still says I'm complete. Oh, I did not see that message. I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know, Quickly. I appreciate it. Into level 3, that should kill. Alright. So at this point, I want to point out that you guys are showing signs that you're setting up your fundamental B&Bs. Like, I see like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 strings sometimes out of you guys, which is good. It's a good start. But you guys need to learn full B&Bs. And the reason I say that is not for the damage, not because long combos are great or anything like that, but it is because long combos will help you get familiar with your character. You'll understand the links better, you'll understand jump canceling a little bit better, you'll be more comfortable throwing out buttons on reflex instead of having to think like, oh man, how do I throw my chair? Being familiar with the character is so fundamentally crucial to playing Skullgirls. So because of that, I'm going to ask you guys to check out the B&B Compendium. You can find that by typing !B&B into Twitch chat. It leads to a link. That link is a assorted list of combos that are applicable for each character. And you can try those combos out. It'll help you get familiar with the character. They aren't the most optimized things by any means, but they will help you understand the most common links and the most common tools used by your character and how they are supposed to be used. So make sure you are practicing those combos. The general rule of thumb is you should be able to do your combo 10 times in a row in the lab. If you cannot do it 10 times in a row in the lab, then you got to keep practicing. It may take forever, but it'll feel like forever. It's not exactly the most fun thing, but it is the best way to improve. So if your goal is to improve, I highly recommend checking out the B&B Compendium and being more familiar with the characters. On that, you guys played pretty well. That was 3 games, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next match in the bracket. Thank you guys for joining us. And, yeah, it should be it. Alright, so we're going to go and see who will be next while these 2 players leave. It's going to be Gloomy Rin versus an open lobby. I guess, so do you guys want to... Is anyone available to do open lobby against Gloomy Rin? Otherwise, I'm going to do open lobby against him. Preferably a beginner, someone under, like, 100 hours. Anyone in the audience want to play? Alright. Training Wheels once in. I don't think they're under 100 hours, but go ahead. You'll play your double. Alright, sounds perfect. So in that case, let's go ahead and get Gloomy Rin versus Training Wheels. Let's see if I can reach out to Gloomy Rin. Alright, Rin's already here, waiting on Training Wheels. Kind of made your own combo, unfortunately, but you're trying to do it in an actual match because you get nervous and forget the combo and feel like, yeah. So the thing is, like, this is the most important technique, like, the skill to learn when practicing any video game. I'm not just talking about fighting games, like any video game. It's the idea of not autopiloting. not relying on your reflexes and consciously going in with a motive and a goal. And what I mean by that is, when you go into a match, who cares whether the announcer says you won or lost? Your win or loss should be done on your own condition. And what I mean by that, making it a little bit more specific, is go into the match saying, I want to pull off the first 3 strings of my B&B twice. If I can pull it off twice in this match, I won no matter what the announcer says. If I didn't pull it off twice, I lost no matter what the announcer says. And if you do that, you'll find yourself like consciously reminding yourself to practice the thing in a real match. And a lot of people get scared because like, oh, I want to win, so I got to stick to what I know, right? No, don't do that. That's not going to help you improve. That's how you stagnate. It is very important to force yourself to be flexible and practice adjusting on the fly. It's a very difficult skill to practice. Were you supposed... Wait, Meta, were you supposed to fight Gloomy? Meta, did you register as Meta? Meta is supposed to fight Training Wheels. Yeah, you're gonna fight Training Wheels in a little bit. But this is the beginner bracket. Basically, Gloomy Rin needed a substitute, so we have Training Wheels playing instead. Alright, we got a crouching leg kick. Let's go. Into Bird Insurance. Pick it up with OTG. Hey, we got a pretty solid combo. Here we go. Oh, almost made it. That was almost a full B&B. That was good work. Awesome, Rin. Oh, we got the hit confirm. So after that, you want to do crouching medium kick, I believe, to convert. I almost had that link. That link is a little bit tough. Double's a real heavy character. For those guys who don't know, there are 3 classes of weight in this game, and the different weights, of course, make it, tricky to do the same combo on every character. So that means that the link's timing on Double is a little bit trickier. A couple of things. So it looked like you already know this, Rin, because you were definitely doing it. At least it looked like you were doing it. Is button dashing. The reason I say that's important is because you can dash while blocking in this game. It's one of the things that are... I don't want to say it's unique to Skullgirls, but there are very few games that let you block while you're dashing. In this game, the best way to do that is you press light punch and medium punch at the same time, and then immediately hold backwards as soon as your character starts moving forward. Then what ends up happening is you're dashing forward, but you're blocking the entire time you're dashing. Super useful. It's a good way to approach. Another thing is you can actually low profile that because you're Eliza, and you can also just eat the bullets by using Boat. The crouching hard kick. It's a sweep, like every other character's crouching hard kick, but it does let you eat projectiles. It is projectile armored only. So that means you can armor through any projectile and close some space. And as you get close to them, you can use heavy DP to go out, to launch them out of it and see what you want to do afterwards. Crouching medium kick is a noob trap, and I'm... Okay, so after you can cancel your item drops and projectiles into other projectiles. It's a Peacock unique thing. So what you do is you throw out a George, you can cancel that into item drop. So instead of just kind of throwing out item drop, holding it, and then jumping in and dropping it like you did at the beginning of the game, I recommend throwing out a George and then throwing out start holding an item drop, and then throw out another George after that. So that way you have more stuff on the screen, to put very bluntly. Nice block. Alright. So you want to teleport last second there because you want the George to be the mix-up. The George, it makes things safe, but you also don't want your opponent to be able to tell when George is going to hit them. In that situation, you teleport a little bit too early. Alright, got him with a jumping leg kick. Had to reset on the ground. I recommend, I think this is the 3rd time I saw you try to make a link with jumping leg kick. You can probably go into more stuff with jumping leg kick if you hit confirm, but don't land cancel and go into that. You'll probably have to air dash and a fast fall. If you don't know how that works, it's like a license specific thing where basically After you do an air string, you double tap forward, you can air dash in the air, and then you press grab right as you start air dashing, and you'll fast fall out of your air dash. If you practice the B&Bs from the B&B Compendium, I'm sure they, like, cover that. Or more importantly, I think even the trials cover that in Skullgirls, and that might be even better. For now, at least. But you did have a full B&B, I did see that. That was pretty cool. You gotta work on other B&Bs, though, just because some of the links that you're working on are not up to snuff. I shouldn't say that, that's not right. Some of the links you're working on are... Yeah, I guess that's pretty much correct. Some of the links you're working on are not the ones that you're going to be using at a higher level of play. So you got to start practicing the more harder stuff. But if you have just A, B, and B you can reliably do, that's of course amazing, so who cares? That sucks. I have no idea why that snap didn't work. That sucked. A counter hit. Rin, you're pressing buttons. So Eliza's a tough character because this game is so reversal heavy. Almost every character has a way to like use meter or use a special to like get out of pressure. Eliza's no exception to that, but hers are a little bit weirder. So first things first is her light DP, right? So if you do LDP, it hits up to 3 times and you're fully invulnerable throughout that. The projectile, it's a little weird. But if you wake up and you're afraid that they're gonna hit you when you like are getting up off the ground, then start mashing light DP and it'll punish them. Another move that you can do to punish people with that is a level 3, but that of course costs 3 meter. Level 3 is your best option, but again, costs 3 meter. Now, it's weird that I'm telling you to mash, because in general, I tell people mashing is extremely bad, right? You don't want to throw out supers for no goddamn reason. Throwing out supers is a waste of meter, and it can get you punished, because it's a ton of recovery. So, why would I tell you to mash? The reason is because you gotta tell your opponent to be afraid of mashing, so to speak. So, the reason mashing is bad is because your opponent will block it and then punish you. But if your opponent's not blocking and punishing you, then you got to put that fear in them. And you get that from mashing. If that was a little bit too abstract, don't worry about it. All I'm saying is if you're going to get up and press a button, press DP. Or preferably level 3. But, I mean, you didn't have 3 meter in that situation. That was 3 games, I think. Yeah. We're only doing 3 games today, unfortunately, guys, because we don't have time. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this lobby. We had a lot of people sign up today, so if we ever have more than 12 people sign up, I usually just bring it down to 3. Or 12, I should say specifically. If we have more than 6 sets, I bring it down to 3 matches per set. Let's see, what else? Gotta convince your opponent to do something about his threat of reversing. Yeah, again, I feel like at a beginner level, I feel like fix setting on that is a little bit iffy. So is the entry form up? I mean, it was. The entry form goes up at the end of the stream usually. In this case, for this week specifically, the entry form will not go up right away. Or I mean, it might, but it won't be until 2 more weeks because next week is Combo Breaker. If you are doing anything other than watching Combo Breaker, you are not doing it right. So watch Combo Breaker. Skullgirls at Combo Breaker is gonna be fun. Yeah. It was up until like 10 minutes before the stream started. Yeah, it says you're not going to be watching Combo Breaker. That's because you're going to be playing with me at Combo Breaker. Fight me, nerd. Yo, do you play other fighting games? Do you actually have like other stuff? I don't actually know. It's like I would love to fight you in other games that you're good at. Combo Breaker is the biggest Skullgirls tournament of the year. It's the 2nd biggest major in the United States. So, you should check it out. It's great. It's like right behind Evo. You slightly play Eunice. Then you try to get into DBFZ. I'm going to try to get into DBFZ as in I'm going to learn to B&B with my characters. After Combo Breaker. Eunice, I don't play Eunice, but I basically have a Hilda. Like, I can't do real combos or anything, but I can apply decent pressure. Fight me. See how that goes. Wish you were good enough for Combo Breaker. It's not, you don't go to Combo Breaker to be good. I mean, that sounds weird. So the thing about majors is you go there to have fun with the community and like play with a bunch of people offline. It's really, really fun. It's a good time, and everyone's like laughing, screaming at the tournaments and all that other stuff. If people only attended because they thought they were going to win, there would be like 5 people at every tournament, which would be really stupid. Like, no one would want that. You go to tournaments to have a good time and play with people, not to win. You're never good enough or bad enough to go to Counter Breaker. I went to Counter Breaker when I first like barely learned my BNB. I could like semi consistently do it. Actually, now that I think about it, not much has changed, huh? I'm still pretty. Anyways, next matchup is gonna be Dry Eyes versus a real robot. Let's go ahead and get them in here. Go to learn. Yeah, that's true. Matchup experience is really, really valuable offline. Alright, so Real Robot is ready to go. Still waiting on Dry Eyes. Lobby link? Yeah, sure, I'll provide it again. Oh, wait, that's right, I need a new lobby link. My bad. Totally forgot I made a new lobby. East Coast, where is everyone? Yeah. I mean, Xanadu was super fun. I loved going to Xanadu. New York City used to have a local. It was ran by Killsage. I don't know what happened to it. I haven't heard anything about it in a hot minute. I used to be East Coast for a minute. Like a year, I think all of last year I was on East Coast. I was in DC for work. God, my favorite event in Skullgirls ever was East Coast versus the World. That was at Combo Breaker 2017, I want to say. So much fun. I miss that. It's not crazy, it's expensive. That's what it was. Holy hell, average rent was $1,800 a month. I was paying more than my friend's mortgage on his house. We have a team tournament. It's still pretty exciting. I'm actually really excited about it. It's not going to be as cool, I don't think. Push block. Medium brass to get out of there. Okay. So here's a couple of interesting notes about brasses. So light brass is interesting because it's -5. If you don't know about frame data, now is a good time to start learning. If you're gonna start participating in intermediate bracket, it's gonna be. I'm gonna start talking about really detailed things. So we start asking questions. Light brass is -5, which means it's safe. That means the only thing that can punish it is Bella's 4-frame command grab or the 5-frame jabs that both Fortune and Philia have. I think Philia has a 5-frame jab. And then, so there are only 3 things in the game that can actually punish your light brass. After that, what you can do after light brass is because you're -5 is you can do a fully invulnerable startup move like SSJ or light beat extend. I recommend light beat extend, and it'll catch anybody trying to punish you for pressing brass. Alternatively, you can just start blocking afterwards, and they can't punish you. You'll be safe, so to speak. What else is there? Medium brass has 2 hits of armor, but it's a lot more punishable, but it's significantly harder to punish than heavy brass, because heavy brass goes really far and pushes you into their face. Whereas medium brass, it'll stop like just as the tip is touching them if you space it correctly. So unless people have really, really long range or a lot of fast movement, it's kind of hard for them to punish you. So for example, it's fairly safe to do against Bell. All in all, life brass is what you do is like a defensive thing. It's like, oh crap, I pressed too many buttons, I need to make it safe. MK L brass? I use crouching hard punch into L brass. It's really, really good for like spacing out your opponent. Okay, convert it with the medium giant step. I respect that. Get up with the OTG. This is looking good. You already used Sound Stun. Alright, so you gotta be aware of that. I mentioned this before to you. Sound Stun management is extremely important, right? Because certain routes will stop working because you gotta hit confirm with Sound Stun. So, in your head, you gotta remember, okay, if I did grab, then I'm gonna convert with Sound Stun. I'm gonna use the L giant step or medium giant step. If I use those two, and I don't have Sound Stun, what combo can I do from it? This is where we get into like set play things, where it's like knowing your route options at all times. It's like very baby set play, like just knowing when you can use what combo, but it's a start. So you really gotta start paying attention to when you're using Sound Stun and when you are not. What command grind is throw involved? Yo-Yo brings up a good point. You had a lot of red health. Because, I mean, you were fighting a grapple character. When you fight a grapple character, you're bound to have a lot of red health, usually, because grabs do increased red health damage instead of, like, regular damage. I don't know how the exact math on it works, and I'm really scared to look it up. Recommend doing some research. As a solo, the only means you have to heal is by snapping. You heal about 66% of your red life if you're snapping the opponent's point. If you snap your opponent's assist, you get 33% of the red health back. And if you snap both, you still only get 66% back. But it's still the only way to heal. So if you have a lot of red health, you got to combo into a snap. There are plenty of ways to combo into a snap. The easiest thing is route anything into crouching medium punch and then snap. Alright. So Robot, I'm respecting your spacing a lot. I kind of, not spacing, your approach. That's what I meant. You called it a lock and load a few times earlier that I didn't particularly like, but I honestly don't remember. You'll have to make me watch the VOD to remember why I thought that. Good pressure. Nice use of lock and load conversion. Restands. Okay. Go for a little tick throw. Good stuff. Yeah, that doesn't punish. Not at that spacing. It does have a lot of hit stop, so if you did a little bit faster, you would have been able to punish, but it's hard to react to a light. Punishing lights like that is super, super tough. Well played. I didn't get to say much during the first match. I was still busy talking about, I don't even remember what. I think I was talking about, it was before I was talking about Elbraz. Talking about, it's not important. Thank you for playing, you guys played fantastic. Keep up the hard work. I focus a little bit of routing on Dry's perspective. I mean, as I always say, whether you're in the intermediate bracket or beginner bracket, it's up to you. But being able to know when you can use what combo is extremely important, because until then, me talking about resets and all this other stuff is or like the safety of brass, for example, is a lot less valuable to you if you're not able to remember, hey, I use L giant step, that means I gotta go do this combo route instead. Don't get me wrong, I still make that mistake. But like it's still something you gotta work on. In terms of beginner versus intermediate bracket, you guys always get to choose where to go, but remember what information is valuable to you where. All in all, I think Dry Eyes played pretty well, considering this is the first time in intermediate bracket, so congratulations. Well done. Yeah, fuck. I mean, yeah, you lost. To be fair, a real robot is a lot better than you. There's nothing denying that. He has a lot more experience in this game. That being said, you played pretty well, I think. I think you finished most of a B&B. You got a couple of the hard links down. You just got to be a little bit more aware of your options and your routing. And again, that comes from playing bands trials, doing bands B&Bs. Hurtful. Which part was hurtful? While the robot explains how I hurt people's feelings, let's go ahead and get Meat versus Quigley on stream so I can hurt their feelings instead. Wheel said you were free. Damn! That's true. There it is. Little robot is free. Yo being a bully. I mean, Yo is definitely the best person here right now. I'm not gonna lie. There's not much denying that right now. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Quigley's not playing today. So it's gonna be Meat versus... I don't know, who wants to get in on Meat? Anyone medium, intermediate is fine. Roughly be like a couple of 100 hours of experience. Meat is having issues right now. Okay. My bad, the storm is fucked. Oh, that's unfortunate. Try for a little bit longer. Make sure your internet connection is working and try to get in. If you can't get in, then we'll have to skip your match. Which would suck. You heard me, Hydra. Oh yeah, sure. Let's get Creature versus Meat going. If Meat can get in. Storm's fucking you up. That's unfortunate. I still want Creature to kind of play. Also, Creature. Is it Creature or Kretra? Second way I said it. Okay. My bad. I keep getting that wrong. I appreciate you being patient with me. Yeah, it's been out for a while, so you doubt it. All right, that's unfortunate. I still kind of want Kretra in here. Does anyone want to play Kretra? Here you go. Mid-intermediate level, because I also don't know how well Kretra plays. Let me add him, coach. Yeah, alright. Oh, Meta wants to play. I guess Meta's here. Alright, you two fight. We'll do 3 games. Why not? The waifu dream. Aw, oh, damn. Meta already got in here, so we're just gonna go ahead and let him play. Actually, Meta, you're... whatever. They already read it up. I was gonna say, Meta's already going to be playing a little bit later. So I should have let the waifu dream in. Ah, well. I'll try to get in after Comic Breaker. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we go live every Saturday, so I look forward to that. The coach machine? I'd make a horrible coach. I don't know the first thing about coaching. I'm a teacher. I don't care what your grades are. I have no stake in it. I just gotta teach you the best I can. I feel like that's the difference, right? Like, a coach is concerned about your grades, like, they take stake in it, whereas a teacher just teaches the best of their ability and provides as many resources as possible. It's like he's like an enabler? Yeah, the teacher is like an enabler, the coach is like vested. The teach machine. Good scalpel. Just to try and keep your pressure safe. Excellent burst bait, counter hit grab. Reminder that if you are getting a counter hit, grab becomes untechable, which is great and all, but your grab still scales to 50%. So, like, all of your damage that comes afterwards is going to be heavily scaled. This is why grabs are so powerful and so hard to react to, because they, you know, well, are easy. like they don't do much damage, so you can't get much off. So after a burst bait like that, always go in with a light or medium or heavy, honestly, if you can. If you can get in with a heavy, that's optimal. And then learn a route from that. Burst bait punishes like that are extremely important. Mix machine. No clean conversion there, that's okay. Whiffs on the launcher, it's unfortunate. Went to chicken block land cancel. Monster. I think you actually could have punished monster there, I'm not positive. Punishing monster is weird. Ooh, air dashed a little bit too long. Alright, we got barrel loops. Yep. Got the counter hit low. Yeah, so H. Luger is 0 on block, which means you guys are completely even. At best, you guys could have traded in that situation. It's pretty rough. I think M. Luger is actually +2 or something like that. Or maybe I said that backward. I think M. Luger is 0 and H. Luger is +2 or something like that. Really dumb. That meta is scaring me. Got a solid downtime pressure. I wonder if I could even beat them. Good frame trap into the command grab. You delayed it perfectly because of the push block. I'm gonna hope you did it on reaction. That is tough to learn. I still don't do that. Reaction people push block. Raw attacking is bad. Don't do that. A lot of people like raw attacks, but that's like a beginner mistake. Like it's a really bad reversal that's super easy to punish with a heavy counter hit. Corner barrel loops? No, actually went for the teacup burst bait. Does that even work? How does that work? Don't you have to like go backwards with the teacup? Sure. Why don't you finish a BNB? Why not? You have 5 meter. Just finish a BNB. You're gonna get chipped out of this, right? Alright, so that flesh step was punishable. It's hard to tell. What the? That was awesome looking. I didn't even think. Did you card cancel that into level 2? That's amazing. No one does that. That's hilarious. I've literally never seen anyone do that. I don't know why. You've done that? I've never seen you card cancel H bypass into level 2. If you have done it, it's been stealthy as hell. Meta is drunk. Good to know. Me and Bud are all the time with Bev. I didn't even know. Damn. Yeah. So, Creature, that game that should have been yours. Because you had 5 meter. Meter is a very valuable resource. You got more than the hit confirms you needed to get the kill. You just didn't use the resources. Go do a full BNB and a super. But Double does like almost 8k with that, if not over. No, I think she does like 8.2, 8.3 or something like that. That's enough to, like, 2 BNBs is a full health bar. I mean, at this point, I should honestly be talking about you having set play. Like, you should have a set play for like 2, 3, 5 meter, whatever, where you use meter as needed to get the kill. Those guys who are unfamiliar with set play, how set play really works is it's basically your game plan, long story short, where when are you going to do what reset and manage your Undizzy in such a way so that you can get the kill before you run out of Undizzy and run out of resources. It's like an order of resets and vortices and setups that you're going to do as a part of your game plan. And you always want multiple options so you can adjust your set play just a little bit to like include a burst bait in case you're fun smashing a lot. things like that. If you want a more detailed breakdown, I'll explain some other day. Cat heads is fun. Oh, that's another thing. You had 5 meters. You should be using cat heads. It would have forced your opponent to respect anything you threw out. Trade. Throw an interesting Luger. Right barrel to the corner using OTG there. For tick throw. Good tech. Not a tick throw, just a throw. A throw 50-50 is what I meant to say. Yeah, that kind of tick pressure is tough. This is where I say, like, reversals would play such a powerful role in this game. You probably could have bypassed out of that. Like, the several ticks pressures and stuff like that, and bypass is also, at least the start of it, you have a ton of hit stop. So if they went for a low throw, you would have beat that. Mashing is an extremely powerful tool in this game. If your opponent's not giving you respect, if your opponent's not giving you an opportunity to get out, then that means they're not showing you any respect. They're not showing you any respect. You make them respect you. The way you do that is by mashing a super. Or any sort of reversal that works out. Play on 4G. I've done that. It works out actually not that bad. I've streamed on 4G. It actually is honestly not that bad, which is really weird. I felt very strange doing it. It's not great. It's not something you should do regularly. But I was surprised by how well it worked. If you can call it that. Well done. That was our second intermediate matchup of Cetra versus... God damn it, I did it again, didn't I? Kretra did it. Fought it, the thing. Whatever. Okay, guys. Next matchup is going to be Training Wheels versus Meta. So we just saw Meta. Meta is still drunk, so now you're going to fight. Meta, you play twice. That's kind of why I wanted Waifu Dream in there instead, but it's fine. Alright, Meta's back. Meta is free. Training Wheels, everyone is free. Skullgirls is basically free. It's like $1.95. The tongue-tied machine. Who was it that called me the tongue machine? I forgot the context of that. That was weird. I like fighting Meta, no lie though. Aww. Expect a boring round start. We're about to find out what these players are going to do. Expect both of them to down back and not do anything. That is not what happened. You jumped backwards, did not call an assist, just immediately tried to build some space. I respect that. Training Wheels was trying to set up a few tier placements. Tier shots. Still trying to zone out. Giving a lot of time between these tiers. Very careful with how they want to time these. Ear toss. That was interesting. Ooh, forward hopping out of that setup. That instant overhead setup is a cross up as well, and a lot of people don't realize you can up forward out of that. In fact, most of the time you can't up forward out of that. But in that situation, you could. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Got the throw. No conversion. Come on, guys. Learn throw combo routes. Nice. That was interesting. I'm trying to think of a comment, but it's just a lot of whiffing. You guys are not spacing things right. Alright, there we go. Convert. Next link. Oh, you went for a reset. Okay. You didn't need to go for that reset. You could have killed. You had 2.5 meter. Being aware of how many resources you have and how much damage you're going to be able to do with those resources is extremely important at all times. You'll notice as you improve, one of the things you can notice about yourself, you can just set up a face cam and literally watch yourself, is how often your eyes move up. Every time if you reflexively glance at a health bar and how many meter you have, that's a positive improvement, believe it or not. It's like how in StarCraft 2, a way you can tell that a person is improving is by watching how increasingly often they glance to the bottom left at the minimap. You can literally just count how many times your eyes flicker in that direction, and that's how you can tell that you're getting a better awareness of this game, you're a little bit more comfortable with your team or characters, or race in terms of StarCraft, so on and so forth. Sliding knockdown to build a vial. I respect that. You could have probably put a little bit more Dizzy on them if you're going to let them wake up like that. I would have done a couple more strings that didn't use OTG and then got the sliding knockdown. At that point, it's just wasted damage. Ooh, good pillar there. Vision with the bike guy. Drop the dash. I wonder if there's lag between you guys, because you guys are dropping a lot of very common links. Ooh, nice delayed burst there. I respect that. So a common thing you can do right there is if you notice that your opponent isn't bursting training wheels, then call assist and down back. Bait the pillar or burst bait. Like turn the burst bait into a mash bait, basically. You can add a layer of that. I think that made sense. I think what I'm saying is making sense. That's such a funny trade. You guys trade a lot, I've noticed. Incoming barrel, not recommended. Incoming teacup, not recommended, but still sometimes works. Barrel, I'm not sure what's the point. Alright, training wheels, if you want me to believe that meta is free, you got one more chance to win. Worse is when you look up a health meter and misjudge on whether or not you can get a kill, though. No, that's not true. Because when you misjudge, you know you now got valuable thing. It's better than trying to go for the kill and not, like, completely guessing. If you keep on looking at that and repeatedly misjudge and not get the kill, you're going to eventually learn, like, oh, okay, that's not going to be enough to get the kill. I should probably wait till I have a little bit more resources or try to get a little bit more damage into neutral before I go in. You blame lag. Sure thing, buddy. Interesting. Good, it's like aerial space control. Not sure why you called Bomber in that situation. Bomber's a lockdown. Like, H-Bomber specifically is used for lockdown. Or, like, really weird zoning. But still, in that zoning use, it's still kind of a lockdown. So, like, until you've actually made any sort of confirm with your opponent, there's no real reason to call Bomber. Try to space out with Scalpels, try to make it safe with Scalpel Super, did not work out. Not Scalpels, Shurikens, whatever. Ooh, got the poke. Tier dead. Snipe. Alright. I know you wanted to chip out with tier dead. You got the snipe. That's all good. Training wheels can never make me believe that meta is free. You guys both played incredibly well. I actually honestly did not have much to say other than, like, Like, the trades were pretty much coincidental. There's not much I can really say about that. Obviously, you could have better set play in general. So to know when you can use what resets to keep on applying pressure. You guys played too much neutral, which is weird to say when there's a solo on the screen. But like, you guys didn't have to stop applying pressure whenever you guys did. The reasons you got counter hit was because you returned to neutral. In optimal Skullgirls play, you should be returning to neutral. You should keep applying pressure. So look at the situations where you got like knocked away from your opponent, and see how could I have actually kept on applying pressure to my opponent, as opposed to like being thrown away. Like it seems like I'm talking like in like about an idealist scenario, but if you watch like most high level Skullgirls, people are basically glued to each other at all times. Like, for example, I brought up that situation where you could have called Bomber to bait the delayed burst / a reversal on Wake Up, like a pillar on Wake Up. Doing that would have meant that you would have kept applying pressure instead of being touched by the burst and then sent away full screen. There are lots of moments like that. Is zoning not a thing? Zoning is a thing, but it's basically applying pressure from full screen using projectiles. Basically, your opponent has to be able to get in, and they're always struggling to get in. You're non-stop throwing stuff in their face, and at any moment you can throw out a Light George and go for a teleport 50-50. Like, that is pressure. It is their turn. It is a person who's throwing projectiles. It is their turn. I maintain that since I have taken at least one game, I need to include an asterisk on the statement that I'm free. None of y'all are free, alright? Stop saying that shit. None of y'all are free. You guys have all been practicing this game a lot. You guys are all showing tons of improvement. Y'all are playing really well. You guys could go to your locals and take a game. Take a set. I believe it. What about you're free to my main team? Y'all are free to shut up. Speaking of shutting up, I'm going to shut up and invite the Waifu Dream versus Mega Missing Node next on the stream. They will be playing next. Go ahead and get on in here. The previous lobby link should still work, and it's still on the Discord, Steam group chat, and, of course, the Twitch chat. If you scroll up, I'll go ahead and provide it one more time just in case. I am a complimentary game. Yeah, Missing No is old school. He's been playing Skullgirls for a hot minute. Waifu Dream, I honestly can't remember how long they've been playing this game, but I've seen them before. I'm the only free one here due to me not practicing for weeks. Vader, I didn't play for a whole year last year. I mean, I launched the game, obviously, for the stream, but I basically did not play for a whole year. Like, it's never too late to start practicing, and it's never too late to pick up the bicycle again. You're working on not being free. I see it. Your hard work shows. Crank is free. This is true. Mega Missing No is the 8th best Valentine. Hey. That's the positive emotional reinforcement right there. Thank you for giving commentary to us. So let's give him a thank you. Aww. Thanks, you guys. Aww. The only person who can say crank is free is eye control. Ouch. My emotions. I'm kind of happy he's not going to Common Breaker because I've been playing really bad this week, and I feel really sad. I don't think I would have been able to do the run back. Next time, though. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, that's true. If you're the 8th best and 8th worst, that would be imply that there are exactly 15 Valentine players. Huh. You have outmathed. I control Val gives me life. The dude drunkenly walked up to me and complained that I was free. Then I proceeded to beat him 4 games in a row. After which he proceeded to whoop my ass, and now we just trade sets online. Which is cool. It makes me feel like I'm not free, but I'm free. Is what I would say. The pillar. Crouching light to convert. Nah, Hydra, it's the rule of the universe. Basically, if you start playing Val, someone else drops it. Air grab. Weird. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. That's tricky. Works on everybody. Bird insurance. Yeah, armor through the boat. Good awareness on your opponent's assist being called. I don't know what your assist is, Waifu Dream, but in general, when you want to punish your opponent calling their assist, you want to counter call an assist. If you don't have a good counter call assist, that's totally reasonable. Like a Squiggly if you're running Cremation or PNB, obviously you need a boat there. Boat is dangerous, especially if you don't counter cancel into late PP. The magical raw tag, let's go. Good SPO there. You should have gone for a Burst Bait in that situation instead of going for a very delayed Heavy Gravedigger, which is what you... I think you went for like a TK Heavy Gravedigger. Instead of doing that, you should have gone for like backdash into Cremation for a Burst Bait to see if they were mashing. Or into a Sweep. Sweep would have been better just because you would have gotten the hard knockdown and let you build a charge back if you didn't have a charge. Going for the delayed Heavy Gravedigger relies on them not watching you at all and just down backing greatness. That doesn't happen. If you had an assist to back it up, then maybe it would have happened. But you did not call your assist while you did that. Speaking of calling assists. Okay, you can low profile tier. If you time it so tier's just about to touch your head, press crouching light kick, and the tier will go right past you. It'll throw off your opponent's Parasol's timing because they won't be able to throw tier at the exact moment the tier touched you. And, some other stuff. Long story short, it's very important to do that. Low profiling is useful. Another tool you can use to low profile is crouching medium punch. It's better, but it has a lot more recovery. And that recovery is a killer. Your opponent can build a lot of, do a lot of scary stuff if you are trying to rely on crouching medium punch to low profile. You stick to crouching light kick. Battle Squig Bella sounds painful. Yeah. Well, the meme team, which was nicknamed Team Optimal with air quotes, was Valentine's Squiggly Painwheel. It was like the worst combination you can actually make in Skullgirls. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I think that was the team. Bev does not have a Painwheel or a Squig. I don't know which one you're talking about. But Bella Val? Oh, yeah. Bella Val. Sorry, I missed that. Bella Val is Hillbilly. Filler. Yeah. Heavies are hard to make safe. If you car canceled in DP or something, that would have been a hard read, but it's the only real way you can do it. Ooh, good job eating the meter. Remember, you can car cancel that in HTP, so you could have punished the Robo for using a beam in that situation. Throw. No conversion, because reasons. God, that reset is mean. I don't get to see it punished like that often. It's kind of fun. Okay, so Mega Mixino, this might just be me not understanding Parasol. But when you press Jumping Light Punch in that situation, do you have to not press anything until you land again if you want to be able to convert off of that? Because it looked like you just pressed Jumping Light Punch for the sake of pressing Jumping Light Punch without the intention of actually doing anything with it. That was an interesting button to press when you go up in the air like that. Use your air grab a lot more because Squiggly dies to air grab like constantly. Also use Pillar a lot more because Squiggly dies to Pillar constantly. Like Pillar there would have gotten you a counter hit punish. Pillar there would have gotten you a counter hit punish. Instead you use level 3. Or at least, I mean, I guess you got a double snap because of that, is what I would say. Then you got it back. So who gives a fuck? Let's go. Please finish this combo. Why didn't you finish the combo? You have 2 meter. You could have killed, then DHC'd to kill even harder. At fully scaled damage, that Sekhmet Super does glorious amounts of damage. I forgot how much damage it does. It's always more than you would expect. So you definitely could have killed in that situation without that. I don't even think you needed the DHC. But you had the meter for it anyway. Jumping Light Punch buffer, Jumping Hard Punch makes it so Jumping Hard Punch doesn't come out on whiff, right? I believe so. Yeah. That's like, on whiff especially is like the important part. On block, though, it could be dangerous, but like, at that point you're going to land cancel anyway, so why wouldn't you? Right? Right? I think so. DHCing into Squiggly necessarily counts as killing harder. It does if I think they'll die before you DHC. Good spacing with Jumping Hard Kick. Good snap, convert with the OTG stuff. Those are guys who do not know. If you snap mid-combo and you've already used your OTG, you actually get OTG back. It's actually an extra feature of snapping where you can actually preserve OTG. It lets you do really interesting things, where if you convert off of the wall bounce after you snap with without using OTG, then you get to use OTG again. That means you can set up for a sliding knockdown or whatever. Like an underrated gimmick of Skullgirls. Use of OTG, got that restand. SBO, went for a single hit of a burst bait. Interesting. That was really tight looking too. That was a really clean cancel. I respect that. Canceling cremation is not easy. After a single hit, I mean. Level 3 anti-air, this is risky. You shouldn't have done that. See, Squiggly needs meter to function, so using up 3 meter like that is so risky. You should have just done light heavy SBO, or not light heavy, medium heavy SBO. It would have done the same work, and it's not like you got like optimal damage off of it. It's not like level 3 killed for it or anything like that. Level 3 works mid-screen in like weird situations. I've actually created tech for how to use level 3, A lot of it just involves using level 3, getting a hit confirm and getting them away from level 3, like using Daisy or whatever. Or, if they're blocking it, then using center stage so the level 3 gets away from them, and then forcing them to block level 3 twice, basically. It gives you 2 turns instead of 1. Level 3 is powerful, but, like, very, very niche. SBO is awful damage, but that's not what that's not what I'm trying to get at. SBO also keeps them in a knockdown state, though. That's the important part. Oh, you jumped in a little bit too early. That sucks. Yeah. Yo-Yo, when you DHC in SBO and you still have on Dizzy left, Squiggly does one of the highest damage numbers with a single string. But on top of that, even if you was maxed out on Dizzy, you can always just go for a very convenient burst bait off of SBO. Or go into Liver Mortis. That would have been even better. If you went into Liver Mortis after SBO, that would have been glorious amounts of damage. The OTG just gets reset to default on Snap, though, right? What do you mean by that? Oh, you, Robot, that joke totally went over my head, my bad. Or was saying I joke all the time that Scully does no damage, SBO does no damage. It's true, SBO never does damage. SBO is all about utility. I mean, everything about Scully is about utility. She does a lot of damage on her own, but like really dumb ways. Yeah. Damn, I'm upset that joke went completely over my head. That was a good one, Robot. Snap increased your OTG count by 1. Oh, so if it went from 1 to 2? Nah, if it's at 0, then it goes to 1. It gives you your OTG back, specifically. You have to be missing OTG. Alright, Yo-Yo's here. Who's fighting Yo-Yo? Oh, it's me. Well, I'm fighting Yo-Yo. Oh, no. Very well. Yo, you need to give me advice, not the other way around. I'm out of water. I am dehydrated. Everything's gonna be fine. Alright, East Coast to West Coast. Your team looks so real. I'm upset. Very well. Fuck. You thought? Fuck! I wasn't supposed to hit. I was supposed to whiff. Why'd you move forward? No! What? Oh. Oh! Fuck! That sucks. Am I dead? Yeah. Man, now I have to watch this too. Can't believe you're doing this to me, man. I did it! I killed Yo-Yo. Should I one and done him, guys? Should I just leave? Did I peek? Oh my god, I hate that input. Why do I do this? What the fuck? That's good. Nicely done. Well done. Not optimal. Sucks. No! Fuck! Oh my god, I can't wait till Combo Breaker Yo-Yo. If you are... I don't want to steal your time if you're in the mood to play somebody else, but like... I just want to play first to 5 billion, dude. God, that's so fun. Learn a better burst bait combo hit. Counter hit combo. That's the one bit of advice I can give you right now. You should be able to get a heavy counter hit off of a cremation burst bait. Very well. Oh, fuck! How did that happen? That's fine. Oh, that's fine. I reacted to that. Come on. Nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's that optimal stuff. Can you finish it? Can you finish it? SBO? No DHC. You were supposed to DHC. That sucks. Nice block. I didn't think you were up backing. That sucks. Why does it hit behind her? Oh, God. How? This is fine. Alright. Alright, yeah. Well won. One better counter hit. You had a good corner combo. That was still not optimal. Is there a reason you don't do the Daisy mid combo setup to build an extra charge? There's a lot of times where you could have built an extra charge and gotten a lot of damage off because you do a mid screen Silver Cord Daisy, or like a mid combo Silver Cord Daisy. Could be in the corner too. Like optimal squiggly combo in the corner is after your first string heavy punch into Liver Mortis, you pick up with OTG with another heavy punch. then you call your assist, then you do Silver Cord into Daisy, and then you build Medium Punch Charge and do a heavy DP in the corner, and then go into Standing Medium Punch Launcher, and then do all sorts of dumb shenanigans. Because you wanted to do 2-3-5 on Dizzy, SBO, Cat Heads when you do the final string. Wait, I feel like you're answering something else. Oh, because you want to do 2-3-5 on Dizzy, SBO. Yeah, but Daisy doesn't build us. Oh, because you were trying to save meter. I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Because you can still do that if you have 3 meter. There are multiple times where you had 3 meter. Let's play one more because commentator bias. If you're ready up in time. Yeah, there we go. How'd you block that? How'd you... Wow. Wow. Balls of United Steel. Ah. Then is the DHC, SPO. You're not close enough to convert. Oh yeah, you are. You have OTG. I forgot. Fuck! That link is really hard. Oh no, that's because you're not doing brass in between. Never mind. Yeah, you thought. Well played. We'll play more later. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Skullgirls Get Gr8. Hey, it whiffed, right? Isn't that crazy? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Skullgirls Get Gr8. We go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central, so on and so forth. If you guys are practicing, would like to apply your skill, see how far you're coming along, then join us for Skullgirls Be Great every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have a prize pool tournament coming up this Wednesday. It's a big deal. I call it a big deal. I don't know. This is money on the line. It's free entry. Like, why not play online? It's a good time, you know? We've got a lot of big names that show up sometimes, and the chat is always filled with fire. And this will be the last online tournament before Skullgirls at Combo Breaker, which is going to be the biggest tournament for Skullgirls every year, as always. So I'm super excited to see everyone there. For those of you guys who make it, for those of you guys who can't make it, next week we will not have Skullgirls Get Gr8. I'm very sorry for that news, but it is because Combo Breaker will be going on, and you guys should be watching Combo Breaker no matter what. If you guys like Skullgirls, or any fighting games in general, Combo Breaker is the tournament to watch. Right behind EVO, but like, even EVO, I honestly watch more Combo Breaker than I watch EVO. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy Combo Breaker as a whole just more. So you guys, tune in for that. It's a good time. As per usual, the signups will go up after the stream, but of course the date will be for after Combo Breaker. So I will see you all in a couple of weeks. Have a wonderful time. If you guys want to reach out to me at Combo Breaker, feel free to do so, because I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Later, everyone.